Hi guys, welcome to the course. It's great to have you guys all here. I am making this video to walk you guys through our syllabus. It's uh, a little bit lengthy, but I'm going to go as quickly as I can. So do make sure you know where you guys can find this. You can find this here. You can find it under the syllabus tab. You can also find it within the modules, and it's also pinned to the top of the modules. So this class goes from March 21st to May 11th. And if you need my email, it is right here, brittany.estes@my.tccd.edu. You can also email me through the Canvas functionality. That is how I'll actually be emailing you guys every week. So I know we kind of have two systems here, so you guys can email me, and either one I'll make sure to check this email every day, but also the Canvas email. You're going to want to make sure that you have the Canvas email notifications also set so that you can get those emails every week from me. So basically, this course is a study of different genres and texts and historical associations of literature associated with the post-Civil War up through where we currently are in the postmodern movement. And we're really going to be looking not only at canonical texts, so we'll be looking at kind of the things you might expect, like Hemingway or Fitzgerald, but we're also going to be looking at sort of the more marginalized voices as well. So we'll be studying a variety of texts in this class by female authors, Chicano authors, Native American authors, African American authors, Latino authors. So there's all kinds of different voices that we'll be looking at as part of this sort of emerging American identity that's developed post-Civil War up through where we are now. So you guys can kind of read the course goals, outcomes yourself, but basically make sure you have access to Canvas, obviously. Make sure you have the appropriate software. So really the only thing you must have for this course is Microsoft Word. That's because your major essays, your major writing assignments have to be turned in as Word documents because PDFs and text files and other files will change the formatting, and there is MLA formatting required. So you do need to make sure you have Word. If you don't have it, you can get it through the college for free. Make sure you go get that, whether you have a Mac or a PC. Make sure you do have Word. And then the textbook is required. It is the Norton Anthology of American Lit, volume C, D, and E. So it's 1865 to now. There is I say any edition acceptable because the old edition that was given to me as a teacher is the 8th edition. So in the lectures, I reference page numbers from the 8th edition, but a few years ago, they came out with a 9th edition. So what I've done is I've actually, rather than go through and re-record all of the lectures just with different page numbers, I've actually given you guys the page numbers for both the 8th and 9th editions in the modules. So that's why I say any edition is acceptable. Everything else, of course, will be made available by me online, so if there's a PDF or something you need, it's in there. So obviously make sure you have Canvas, make sure you have access to Canvas email, like I said, and make sure you kind of understand how to use Canvas. There is a walkthrough in the modules and something that's pinned to the top of the modules, so you can always access that to see how to use Canvas for this course. Instruction in this course really is self-paced to an extent, so you guys will have access to the entirety of the course all at once. So since this is only 8 weeks, you guys can come in and you can actually start working ahead if you so choose. And it's divided on a weekly basis with a deadline basically of each Sunday at 11:59 p.m. for that week's assignment. So you really have a ton of flexibility throughout the course to work in a way that best suits your schedule. I know everybody has different schedules, everybody's busy, so you can fit in the work when it best suits your schedule. And for that reason, there is a no late work policy, which I'll talk about in a minute, but basically know that you have a lot of freedom in this course to work ahead if you know you have something coming up, like a family vacation or something like that, or if you just want to kind of work ahead in the course. There's 3 units in this course. The first is the new American identity. The second is kind of, that will take us from 1865 up through World War I. Then we have World War I and World War II, so it's literature during the wars. And then we have, that's the modernist movement essentially, and then we have the postmodern movement, which is post-World War II up through where we are now. So there's 3 essays. First is 15%, second is 20%, and third is 25%. And then that's 60% of your grade. The other 40% comes from quizzes, which collectively are 10%, major writing assignments, which are 5%, Blog assignments are collectively are 10, discussion boards are 10, and your attendance/participation is 5%. So you guys know the grading scale is pretty clear, and incomplete, of course, is a possibility for extreme extenuating circumstances. This is something that if it came to it, say you had a major illness and were hospitalized for a month or two or something like that, then we would, end up working together to make sure that you complete the course at a time after the course closes that works for everyone. So your essays are due by 11:59 p.m. along with any other assignments of that week, so that it's due. So basically, like I said, everything is due on a weekly basis at 11:59 p.m. On Sunday. It gives you the freedom to work as you like throughout the week, and then the links close at that point, of course. So you'll see in the course, you'll see that there's like weekly designations of like a Monday through Friday designation. So say that's, Monday, November 6th through 10th. And then I'll always point out that the assignments are due on Sunday, whatever date it is. Everything does need to be MLA formatted as far as like the major essays and major writing assignments, things like blogs and discussion boards, not so much. But that means 1-inch margins all around, double space, Times New Roman, Cambria, Arial, Calibri, 12-point font. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There are MLA resources for you in the modules, and so you can always reference those if you're not quite sure about MLA formatting requirements. And everything will be checked for plagiarism through, not SafeAssign, it's Turnitin now. SafeAssign was our old one. Everything's checked for plagiarism through Turnitin, and if you know Turnitin, it works incredibly well. You know that it basically will highlight any type of direct quote or anything copied from a source, whether that's a web source or another class at TCC or another paper from another school, or even a previous paper maybe you have done in this class or another. So it will highlight it. It will show me exactly what the source material is. It will show me how much is plagiarized, and you guys will have access to every plagiarism report immediately after you submit the assignment. So bottom line, don't plagiarize, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So because this course is so fast-paced, and because you have A, the ability to work at the pace that best suits you throughout the week, and B, the ability to work ahead, late work is really not accepted. You guys have as much freedom as I can give you to kind of work as best fits your schedule. So please do your best. Like I said, this course is fast-paced. It's only 8 weeks, so do your best to kind of get things done as quickly as you can and get them in. I highly recommend starting your work before Sunday each week. The earlier you can get it done, the better, and it's off your plate, of course. Now, I say this knowing that, yes, COVID is still going on. There are lots of extenuating circumstances that are happening. So if it is an extreme extenuating circumstance, then I can work with you on a solution if you have an extension request. But extension requests do need to happen well ahead of the deadline. They need to have a valid reason. That's a compelling reason. I will give you an example. I had a student said they had to go to a wedding on a weekend. That was not a compelling reason to give an extension. Now, if you have a family member who has had COVID and you had to take care of them or something of that nature, then yes, that is a compelling reason and we can work together. So bottom line, if you know that there's something that's going to be in the way and you need an extension, it needs to happen well before the deadline. If you message me at 11:50 on a Sunday night asking for an extension, you're probably not going to get it. Grades can be tracked in the gradebook tool. You guys will see that regularly updated. It is, like I said, a weighted grade, so just kind of be aware of that. And then there is technically an attendance policy per TCC. So if you're missing more than 15% of the class instruction, then you can be dropped at the instructor's discretion. Bottom line for the participation grade, if you're doing the work, you're in contact with me. If you need to be about things, then you'll probably get that 5%, no problem. Class dates, March 21st, classes begin. Final ad drop is April 15th, and then the final day of class is May 11th. And then just the high level, please don't do it, PSA on academic dishonesty. Don't plagiarize. It's very simple. If you plagiarize, you can fail the assignment, you can fail the course, you can be, have some repercussions from the college, you could be kicked out of extracurriculars, you can be even suspended or expelled from the college. So none of this is worth, a max 3 or 4 page paper what can kind of happen if you plagiarize. So, and honestly, quite honestly, I am really more interested in what you are thinking, what you are writing about, your critical thinking, your argumentation, and your thought processes on certain things. It's far more important to me than, you know, a perfectly formatted paper or something like that. So, bottom line, please don't plagiarize. It's not worth it. Like I said, Turnitin is very, very good, just please don't do it. So if you need me, please email me. I will happily email you back within 24 hours. Like I said, either on Canvas email or the other email, the Gmail, is fine. If assignments will be graded within 2 weeks. Now, that's really for major writing assignments. Shorter assignments like blogs and discussion boards and things are graded on a weekly basis. So you'll always kind of have those grades quickly. If you need online office hours, we can do that through Canvas, so you just need to request that. So that's held upon student request. And then if you guys need support services, all that information is here for you. If you have a request for disability services, you need to contact that office, and they will send me some paperwork, and we'll make sure any accommodations are taken care of. Like I said, technical requirements, the only thing you really have to have outside of access to Canvas is Microsoft Word. And make sure, of course, you have access to your email accounts, so whether that's the Canvas email or the My TCC email. And then if you have a technical issue, there's a help desk 24/7, I think. You can call it right here, and they should be able to help you. You can also take a screenshot of the issue, send it to me. I've used Canvas for several years, so I might be able to troubleshoot it. So you can send me the problem at the time of the issue, and I can do my best. But of course, the phone number is the best option here. Okay, real quick, I'm going to walk you guys through at a high level the course calendar. So really simple, weeks 1 and 2 is going to be our first unit. We're going to get settled into the course in week 1 like we're doing now. Then we'll talk about Walt Whitman, and I'll get you access to a couple resources here with MLA and just some basics, some high level basics about grammar and things like that. Second week, you're going to look at some marginalized voices to look at Kate Chopin, Is it Kalasa, and then you will have your first essay assignment, which is due on Sunday, April 3rd. Then we'll move into week 2. So week 2, we're moving into the Modernist Literature. So this first week takes us from post-Civil War up to World War I. Then we look at literature kind of during the wars. So we have Frost, Hemingway, Fitzgerald. We also have Langston Hughes, Claude McKay. And then your second essay is going to be due on Sunday, April 17th. And I say these because these are shorter essays. They're like 1 to 2 pages, so they're really not very long. So I know that this is a very short course, and we're moving quickly, so I'm keeping that in mind. And then the third unit is going to be our Postmodernist unit. So we just did modernism, and during the wars, we'll look at the postmodernist text. So that's things like Robert Penn Warren and Theodore Rothke and Updike, as well as Sylvia Plath and Ralph Ellison. And then we'll look at some Native American authors, some Latino authors, and some Chinese American authors. So we have Luis Erdrich, Chairman Alexis Cisneros, and Amy Tan. And then your third essay assignment is going to be due on Sunday, May 8th. You'll also have an extra credit opportunity here. And then for finals week, we don't actually have a final exam in this course. So I offer a extra credit opportunity available to you guys, which is due on Tuesday, May 10th, if you so choose to take advantage of it. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap this up now, and if you guys have any questions about this, let me know. You do have a quiz associated with all this information, so go ahead and take that quiz. And like I said, if you have any questions, reach out.